Hello, hello, hello. I am Didi Love. Thank you for coming by and seeing your girl tonight. All right. Drop down and hit like, subscribe, and share if you care. I do. All right. Let's talk about love after lockup. Quaylon and Shavel. Okay. The episode starts out with Quaylon and Shavel at the zoo. They take the little girl to the zoo to have a family day out. So while they're at the zoo, Chevelle is totally getting on my damn nerves. You know those people who want to be in love. They always want to walk. It's like when they're out with their man, they're holding his hand the whole time, gazing into his eyes, and no one can look at him. It's just really annoying and aggravating as hell. Well, that's our girl Chevelle. Okay, so Chevelle, what did she say? She said, "Oh, it feels like we belong together." See, that type of shit right there will get you dumped. I'm telling you. You can't be all needy and clingy. That shit is annoying. Even if somebody likes you, that kind of shit is annoying, right? So, they're at the zoo. They're having a good time. So, Quaylon decides to tell her, you know what? Hey, I'm going back to Texas. And she was like, on a one-way or a round trip? And he was like, on a one-way. And you should have seen her face crack. Like, what? You're leaving already? Oh, hell no. She said, I knew you was going back, but not this soon. And he's like, well, my mom and them want me down there or whatever. Mm-hmm. So she was like, well, if you're going on a one way, I guess I need to step back. He said, well, then step back. Oh, that gave me life right there. I was cracking the entire fuck up because she didn't expect him to say that. See, here's the thing. People always say they want people to communicate with them. Quaylon gets 100 for communication tonight. Okay. Yes, he was communicating like a mother. Okay. You didn't want to hear what he had to say, but he was keeping it 100 with you. I'm going home. Period. Am I coming back? Probably not. And then she's like, well, what about the wedding? And you wanted to get married? See, she's focused on a fantasy, and that's what happens a lot of time. People lose focus of reality that way. What I found troubling and disturbing, though, was when she was using the daughter as leverage. That's not his daughter. How dare you say to this man who just got out of prison from 12 years, what about the little girl? What's her name? Malaysia? What about the baby? How dare you say to this man, well, what about the baby? What about the baby? Remember I told y'all last week that when you involve your children in your relationships, they're involved emotionally as well. And when you break up with that man, that child gets broken up with too. And her feelings are hurt and she's abandoned all over again. But for homegirl to say that this week lets me know that she's aware of that too. And you're doing that shit on purpose. Why would you be dangling your 5-year-old daughter in front of a grown-ass man who's been in prison the last 12 years? Nothing against Quaylon, but I'm just saying in general, because your cousin said in the prior episode that this is your MO. Quaylon ain't the first, won't be the last. So do you always offer your daughter up? This is how y'all children get molested and murdered. Y'all need to be more careful and stop involving your children in your relationships. When you date for yourself, especially when your children has their own father. Where's her father? And if he's not capable, then you need to be both. But the only times you should be dating is when your daughter is at your mother's house, if that's the case. But as far as this, oh, what about the daughter? What about how she's going to feel? Why would her feelings really be a concern to him? Let's keep it real. Yes. And he said that he was only there for the little girl. Basically, he was like, yeah, I'm here because I never had a father to be there for me. So he wants to be there for her. But that's just not realistic. That doesn't even make sense. How can he be there for somebody else when he can't be there for himself? Huh? Right. Because it's not like he's leaving your home to go back to Texas to, he needs to be starting a job somewhere. He needs to be starting his life somewhere. He's been locked up since he was 17, a boy. Now he's a man. He needs to get a job and do what men do and get a house of his own and live on his own and pay his own cell phone bill. You know what I'm saying? And experience life as a free man. But being somebody's husband and some little girl's father, hell no. Chevelle, you ought to be ashamed of your damn self. Real shit. Don't offer your daughter up to anybody else. Your daughter is not a part of your dating cycle, and it is a cycle, okay? You're a serial dater. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't involve your daughter. But you need to be careful dating too, because if you date the wrong psycho, we all know what could happen. You know, you got to be very careful these days. We never know. But you're putting your daughter out there. I was like, wait a minute. Did this bitch just say, what about my Asia? Really? Girl, go somewhere, sit down, stop dating, maybe. Stop dating. Stop dating, because your daughter is in danger. Until you get your a grip on your own self and recognize right from wrong, because that was so wrong. When you were saying that, I'm like, what? What are you talking about? That's not her father. That's not her dad. This is some man that just got out of prison a few days ago. And you talking about what about her and her feelings? Girl, are you crazy? You the type of chick that will leave her at home and go to the grocery store without her or some dumb shit like that? You know, because this is why I do these videos, bro. Shit, like, I like to point out the ignorance sometimes, you know, because sometimes people don't know it's wrong, and they don't know that, you know, you're putting your children in danger, you're putting yourself in danger. But offering your child up to a convict, luckily Quaylon, you know, he doesn't give me that vibe. But what are you thinking? What are you thinking? All right, until next week, deuces. Don't forget, drop down and leave a little comment. You know what I'm saying? I like to kick the ballistics with y'all. You know, we go back and forth and all of that. But what did y'all think about that? Did y'all really feel like the daughter should have been mentioned at all? And do you feel like she's really trying to fill the void with the daughter? Like, looking at the episode, it makes you wonder, are you doing this for a man, for yourself, or are you really trying to get this girl a father? Where is her father? That's the real question. Where is her daddy? Who is he and where is he? And why aren't you trying to build some kind of bond with them in a relationship and some, you know, visitation with him? Because, yeah, I don't think this is about you and Quaylon at this point. I think this is about you and your daughter and Quaylon. I think this is about you trying to find a father for your daughter. You need to tell your daughter the truth, whatever it is. If she don't have a daddy, she don't have a daddy. But everybody got a daddy because she got here. So who is he? You know, if he's a bum, he's a bum. Let her know that. But stop trying to replace her biological, because that shit's never going to happen. I don't care who he is. She's going to always want and need to know who her real father is. Have a good one.